But now that we are having opposition for the first time, and the Constitution does not consider opposition, in future there will likely be an opposition. So the Constitution is limited to address that situation. So the POT need to see it. And I say, okay, now that we are having this at our hand, do we review the Constitution? Or do we meet the opposition and the incumbent and let us have a dialogue and say, okay,
a collaboration.
The incumbent, do you want this guy to go? We have seen his antecedent. Or do you still want, does the opposition want the incumbent to continue? If he now says, okay, we must go for election, so be it. But the needful must be done. There are some prerequisites to that election, like the issue of audited account, which they have done in the past, but it was a long time, maybe about 9 years ago. So my predecessor, there was nothing like audited account. There was nothing like applying constitutional provision, but because it was on peak, it was on peak, and then there was no opposition. The only opposition that came up, they talked to him and he complied. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Although the opposition was saying that it's going to be a bad president, which it is now, that to unpick somebody when they now have an opposition. It was during the day of election. The man stood up, he has gotten his form, and then the BOT now said, no. Please, let us have this election. And everybody, and a compromise. Do you get my point? But this time around, the opposition is saying that election must hold my own miss. We are not saying election must not hold. We have never experienced such, but let us do what is right. So that in future, people will not say, okay, we have made a blunder the other time, we are making another blunder. But people are not being patient. They want the election to hold without the prerequisite provision in the Constitution. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%.
That is exactly what is
ongoing.
But if you don't have that history, people will always say, the leadership is silent. You see, at that point, you cannot be going into altercation with people or trying to reply to everything they say on the platform. It's either you call few people that you know and then tell them that this is the situation why you are not responding to all these things. But the truth of the matter is, this is what is happening.
In the case of the car vandalization that is ongoing now, who's to be held responsible?
Is the residents.
Wow.
And I will tell you why it is the residents. The residents is just that security is the
individual.
Everybody. If you look at this estate generally, you see some areas that are blackout. You see that people are advised to have CCTV in front of their house. Even members of the ESCO, some of them don't have the CCTV. As I'm speaking with you, I used to have, it has damaged, I've not installed it, truth be told. But I have solar light around my house. So that's enough. We scare all these vandals. You get my point? That's why I said it's easy work of, because if you look at our security apparatus, we need nothing less than about 20 security personnel. 26. But we have 22 shifty, and we have 22 street in the estate. So to say that one security for each street, which is not even enough. If we really wants to go by the standard, it will be needing nothing less than 40 security guards at a strategic location. You get my point? But we don't have that in place. That is number one. Number two is the resident himself. They are not interested in the security of the estate. They are not. If they are, now those people that are parking their cars on the major road, one, some of them, they don't have insurance for the car, no security alarm, no CCTV camera, no solar light that should in case it just never takes light within 10 minutes.
So those are weak spots.
Those are within 10 minutes, all these vandals can perpetrate evil. But if you have solar as a backup, they take light, solar is there to beam light to whichever area. Go to Adekoya, the most darkest street in the estate.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying now?
Yes.
And we have been saying it over and over. Put solar
lights
around your property.
If possible, CCTVs.
If possible, have a dog in your house. Don't park your car on the street. These are responsibility of residents, not responsibility of security. The security is to man the major area. They cannot be in every place. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why I say it is the resident to.
Okay.
Now, on the ESCO aspect, we can only do what we believe and we have the means to do.
In your capacity.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Over time, we had a general meeting that we threw it to the general, to the public, that we need also number of security, we need to increase their salary, we need to provide it with, but they did not buy the idea. And there's one thing we can do. If you need to consult the general house, if the general house say no, what can we do? So our hands are tight.
Yes.
So the little we can do within the confine of our authority and power is what we are doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
We have a mobile bike that they use for patrol. We plan to buy additional 2 so that they can regularly patrol the something. Also, we also install CCTV camera at the main entrance of OKKK.
Yes.
This place we are planning to install. We have a street light, but NEPA, the bill they are bringing to us is too
outrageous.
That's why we encourage all residents have a solar light. Even if it is one, it will complement. If you look at my street,
yes,
and the street adjacent to me,
yes,
I was the one that provided those
lights.
Baba Kiyemi provided one. The man opposite, I told him, up to today, he didn't provide. The man adjacent to me on the left, I told him, I don't want to mention them, he didn't provide. What will I do? I went to the extent of providing one beside his building.
Wow.
And then opposite, the land opposite, I provided there too. And then in front of my house.
Wow.
So if all the residents, are doing that, you can see that the menace be
curbed,
to be curtailed.
Black people, we don't know ourselves. We don't know our ancestral heritage. We dey fight each other every day. We're never together at all.
Let's talk about your journey as an horticulturist. What were the things that inspired you to? That's an underrated niche currently in the country. So what gave you the inspiration to go for flowers? Were there people that mentored you in that sector?
When I was growing up, naturally, I'm gifted in appreciating good things.
Nature.
And not only nature, one of the aesthetics or beautiful things that you can see is plant. They come in different shape, they come in different colors, and they have different characteristics. So I picked that, and I was in secondary school. A friend of mine, he had a plant in his room, and I asked him, Taju, what are you doing with this plant? They call that plant the common name Johnny Walker. I couldn't really collect the botanical name now.
Wow.
So that is why I was inspired. I got it, and when I came back to my home country, I met a cousin who also was collecting. Also, when I go to my mother's hometown, my cousin too, also my first cousin, Fola, was working in 9 I saw him collecting a lot of different kind of plants and putting it in our grandfather's balcony. So I started picking that inspiration. And when I was doing my A-levels, a friend of mine called Wasiu. He now told me, Mr. Adekoya, you're collecting, but I said, yeah, but do you know that I can make a fortune out of this, can commercialize it?
Wow.
I said, really? And things were very difficult then. Struggling, no father, my mother too she wasn't doing anything, and my brothers were not doing well. I said, okay, that's fine by me. Let's kickstart. And then we went into GRA. And then I had some figures. He said, I can actually, then I became a scavenger. Go around, especially during that was when they introduced sanitation, during the Diagbon. So we go around during the sanitation, we go and pick on dump site the cuttings of plants that are threw away. So we collect and then we are nursing. And also meeting some elite around that. You can actually beautify the surrounding for you at no cost to you. But whatever you feel,
voluntarily,
you can give us, even if it is food. Because you are students. So that's how I started. So along the line, then I displayed in front of my father's house in Ikemu. And somebody who came, I also have a joint where people come to drink in the night. I will go and buy, I was still in school.
Wow.
I will go and buy cow tail. So a friend of mine taught me how to prepare pepper soup with cow tail. I would do that. And then when they have all these...
quite enterprising.
When they have all these... I also belongs to palm wine, Tegas Club. I will go there, I will sell cigarette, I will sell beer, I will sell pepper soup.
Wow.
Across the globe. I mean, times I go to Kaduna, Port Harcourt to go and sell.
Wow.
So that's how I started. Then with time, I dropped that and now focus on the horticulture. So an uncle who also happens to be a client. Now I was looking for a space in Lagos. So I approached him. I said, okay, no problem. I'm a land marina. Can start come and be using me temporarily before we're now going to full development. So I started there. And then before I started, I've been coming to Lagos. Then I now frequent Lagos to see how the horticulturists are faring and also study some books. I was not in my YouTube then. So I came and look at their strength, their weaknesses, and all these things. The major player in the industry, I tried to see what he was doing. And then some other major players who visit them. Then I came with that mindset that I'm going to introduce what has not been introduced in Lagos so that I can catch attention of players. And that's exactly what I did. I went into topiary, the art of shaping plant into animals or whatever, and also plant ivy as a wall cover instead of painting or whatever. And that caught attention of buyers on this plant cover, and they started patronizing before I now moved to Anthony. And that Anthony used to be an abandoned place. It was Nigales that actually developed the place initially. Then I think they abandoned it. Rotary came on board. They couldn't, because gardening has to, not that you have money, you must be consistent in what you are doing because it's nature. It has to be tended. So if you don't put the right people to tend for you, no matter the amount of money you are spending, it is just with this. So I came and met the place in a total disarray, in shambles. to the extent that even all these tipper people, they
offloaded
the use of the place, dumping granite and whatever. And the whole place was full of bullshit. Not only that, the what do you call it? The armed robbers, all these
so the shackles.
all these area boys were using the place as their abode. So I came on board, I employed some of them, I mixed with them, then later gradually they faded away. I got my approval from the Federal Ministry of Works. Then later the Lagos State government, during the tenure of we started doing a manual. We did some job for him. Some jobs were sublet to me. Then when Asiwaju came on board, we did few for the politician. It wasn't paid. But when Fashola now came on board, then there was a big awareness for tree planting and then beautification of Lagos State. And I played a major role.
Yeah. So would you say that was the big break?
That was the big break.
Yeah.
The man, I would say he was actually an actualizer. And there's no way I will mention that without also mentioning the Commissioner of Environment there, who happens to be Muiz Bandere. A great mind. One of the greatest minds we have is Muiz Bandere, who was working very hard, tirelessly. The man, he doesn't sleep, and very interested in whoever can deliver. So the two of them really complemented each other. And that is why you see a major turnaround in Lagos State in terms of beautification, in terms of infrastructural development, and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, it could not be sustained when our body came on board, and there was no focus. There was a lot of distraction. Instead for them to sustain that initiative, there was digression. They could have sustained that initiative. What we used to experience when we traveled to Singapore, being a sort of blessing now.
Yes.
You know, when you are trying to promote tourism, one of the key players is to have a good environment. People want to see your culture, they want to see a neat environment, they want to see a beautiful environment. But once you neglect that, then you have neglected one aspect of source of revenue for the state or for the.
Yes. Wow.
So,
Insightful. That's really insightful.
I can boldly say that I'm one of the creative landscaper in Nigeria. I can turn around a jungle into a beautiful to behold.
Wow. That's interesting. That's
when I travel, that is my focus. I look at the beautifulities and I come back to
implement them.
implement it. I mean, we have a role to play in nation development.
So,
or we have not been given opportunity to actually express
and exercise that.
Our God given talent, the gift that God has given us. We have not exhibited 0.5%.
Yeah.
What I have in this.
This love that I'm feeling. It's this love that I'm feeling.
That's actually nice to hear. Okay, what would you say are the frontlining challenges you've had in the industry?
A lot. The attitude of people. People look down on us. Anywhere I go, when I'm introducing myself, I say I'm a senior gardener of Shades. I cannot deny it. I'm a gardener, so I'm proud of my job. So they look down on us. Then secondly, the government is not giving us the priority. They don't give it a priority, and government has a big role to play. Because for you need for you to be a renowned horticulturist or a landscaper, you need a vast land, minimum of 15 to 20 acres of land, where you can have different kind of species of plant, the indigenous and the
foreign ones.
The foreign ones that you can collect. You can actually separate them. You have the indoors, you have the semi-indoors, you have the full outdoor, you have different kind of species of grasses, you have different kind of species of trees, both foreign and indigenous. So you really need land. It's either owned by the government or owned by an individual that you encourage, because government cannot do everything.
Yeah.
And then they need the right type of people. They need to engage them. Yes, you have the last part, because it's part of gardening as animals or the other, but they need professionals. In a situation when you are trying to achieve something and you neglect professional, you can never get it right. Exactly. You can never get it right. Yeah. I know my strength in this industry. I cannot do everything. We have the arborists, we have the horticulturists, we have landscape contractor, we have landscape developers. So we have to work as a team until when the government realize that they need to work with professionals. They can never get it right. When you are bringing the elite on to drive the industry, you must also consider the professionals to work with. So that it is a professional, you now, as a professional, whatever.
Yes.
When you enter a studio, you know what is working.
Exactly.
But an ordinary person who does not know can set up a video and he believes that he's doing the right thing. But when you are dealing with a professional, you'll be able to know, okay, don't do this. This is the right of chemicals to use to control this kind of
weed,
diseases, weed or whatever. And then even the weed control, also there are some certain chemicals that have been banned that you must not use, but they are using it. And they are not good for environment. They are not good for human consumption. But when you continue to use it, it defaces and also constitutes menace to the environment. Do you get what I'm saying now? Yes. That is the reason why you have to work with professionals. Yeah. If you look at most of the trees they planted in Lagos now, we need arborists to constantly train people on how to cut trees. The trees are planted there for certain purpose, either to mitigate against strong wind or to provide shade for people who actually just want to trek under shade or they want to sit under the tree canopy to enjoy the ambience or to enjoy the coolness of that area. So when you cut it anyhow, then the purpose has been defeated. That is why you need a professional to say, okay, this particular tree is not actually good for this region. This type of tree that you should plant, either for aesthetics or for conservation or for whatever you want the trees to be planted. So government has a lot to do. That is that. Then we also have the issue of funding.
Sponsorship.
The sponsorship. Most people, they will come to you, they want to sponsor them. When you give them the bill, they run away. And at times when they do it, when you tell them, they don't value maintenance in this country. When you tell them, you have to maintain whatever you want to do. When you tell them, maintenance should be priority. We are wasteful in this country because we neglect maintenance. How can you spend 10 million naira to plant tree and you cannot afford to spend 350 or 500,000 every month to sustain that tree? Then eventually, you now spend more than 10,000 naira to get rid of that tree when you get out of hand. You get what I'm saying? But if it is maintained, and then you have a sustainability plan, you will see that everything will be in a good shape, and then you will be able to achieve the purpose the intended purpose why you
initiated it in the
first place. So those are the things, and also human capital. People don't want to learn the trade. They don't want to do the job. Even that's why the father wants to pay them. Yeah. The least paid of our worker is 90,000. But you hardly see people that wants to do it
monthly.
Yes, so we have to look for people from the north, and they are not stable. They will come during the rainy season. They have to go back and farm. So it is a threat to that industry.
Challenge.
Capital, the funding, sponsorship, government factor, individual factor, so many things. Even the bank, if you walk into the bank and say, this, if you give them business plan, they will look at it as if this. And don't let me deceive you. Horticultural business is, you cannot exhaust the potentials in it. Because in the horticulture, we have the food industry. In the horticulture, we have the chemical industry. In the horticulture, we have all these aesthetics. People want to decorate their buildings. In the horticulture, we have herbs for to keep the body and soul together. In the horticulture industry, we have so many things. Without horticulture, we cannot survive. We cannot. Most of the things, this chair that you do, it is derived from the horticulture.
Exactly.
Because the cloth you are wearing is derived from the horticulture. Most of the decorations that you are doing is derived from the horticulture. The byproduct of horticulture. So you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So people cannot see beyond now. You cannot, and it is an industry whereby if you venture into it within the space of 2 or 3 years, you begin to make a fortune. You just need to be focused and be dedicated and also be hardworking. Once you get it right, you don't need to be going to people and come and give me this. You can start as a scavenger. You collect plant, all you need is a space, maybe a plot of land to start with, and then you graduate to become a big industry.
Wow.
I no be gentleman at all. I no be gentleman at all. I no be gentleman at all at all.
I no be gentleman at all.
I be African man, original.
I no be gentleman at all.
I be African man.
Let's give you 2 minutes to send an uncensored message to the Lagos State Governor, and at least he will definitely see this.
Lagos State Governor Olusola Babajide Sanwo-Olu,
Yes.
is an amiable governor, so to say, one of the best governors so far. I won't deceive you because he has a misleading yet, but he cannot put his hands in so many things. We as a leader, we experience that, but I only need to appeal to him that in the course of infrastructural development, they should also consider this green initiative, urban renewal. You cannot get urban renewal right without having a program surrounding greenery, whereby like what Babatunde Sanwo-Olu was doing. Although he was Babatunde Fashola programmed that initiative that during the tree planting period we launch out. Everybody, you see every street being, share you guys. We have an agency called LastPark. The head of that LastPark is doing fantastically well, but she can do more. This guy wants to plant 1 million tree. It has to be programmed. 1 million tree must be available, and it is a 1 year program. That okay, we are planting 1 million tree. Which areas are we planting it? Who is going to champion it? Who is going to take that initiative? Which of the professionals? How many professionals are we going to use? Who are those people mapping out those areas? That tree must be ready a year before, not when they want to plant. That is where they need professionals like us to be engaged in that program. And I can guarantee you, our plan before was that in the next 10 years, Lagos State should be a forest state. We might have achieved nothing less than 15 to 20 million trees. If you have just 2 million trees in Lagos, how do you think Lagos will be to complement what our able governor is doing now? You get my point? Yeah. So it has to be programmed. The type of trees we are going to plant, how many species of trees we want to plant, which areas are we planting this tree, who are the people responsible, how are we campaigning about this tree. It has to be 1 year campaign, regular campaign on the television, on the radio, on the social media. People must be aware that something is going on. And there is no way it will complement the good work the Lagos State governor is doing. He's an able person, he's a listener.
Yes.
He's a people person. So we are ready to support him. We are ready. We horticulturists, we are ready even to donate as many trees as possible to complement the good work he's doing.
Wow.
Having urban renewal with greenery almost everywhere.
Wow.
Landscaping is not about saying, I can do it. You must have what it takes to do it.
Capacity.
You must have the capacity, and the kind of landscaping that Lagos State required is here. Where we talk about, I'm telling you, you are talking about the use of the right trees in the right place, the use of construction landscape, mound, mass planting, decorative plant all over, hanging plant, vertical garden, where park connectors, whereby some people will not even be discouraged of going in public transport or going out with their vehicle. They want to travel from Ojota to Jibo. They want to travel from here to CMS because they are walking under the canopy of trees. Until when we get that right, Lagos will still be... Yes, we are building. Yes, structures are going on. But urban renewal cannot be achieved without engaging a professional landscapers.
Okay, to the Honorable Governor Lagos State, I hope you've heard him right. Please tag him on this video. Tag him. I think Lagos needs people like this to actually get this right. If you're just joining in for the first time, this is the weekly top 5 series. We will talk about civil, politics, sport, and name it. It's not just entertainment. We cover all sorts of the aspects on the weekly top 5. So we want to thank you guys again for your comments and likes. It assures us that we're on the right path to updating you guys every week. Okay, today we have Dr. Olusola Adekoya. He's an horticulturist, a chief gardener, and the managing director of Shodex Garden Inc. And most importantly, he's a creative gardener that can actually sculpture anything from anything. Okay, that's the Instagram handle, that's the contact right there on your screen. If you feel the need to collaborate, why not? And also don't forget to tag the Lagos State government to this video so that they can at least achieve the green thing. Okay, Doctor, we are really excited to have you on set today. Let us fall back down now. Let us fall back down now to the estates.
Okay.
Some of the residents, they claim that the security men are complicit or intentionally blind to see these attacks that are ongoing. What do you say to that?
I disagree with that.
Clarity.
Yeah. You know, even the police, the resident needs to appreciate the security. Some residents, when they get to that point, they fight them. You need to appreciate them. For somebody who is under the sun, under the rain, and then during the night, you want them to be awake, you must treat them with dignity. You don't look down on them. Me, as a chairman of the estate, on my way out, I will park. They will check my boot. I will say hello to them. At times I will come down. I will ask them, I hope you are okay. I hope there is no challenge. All those things goes a long way. It will boost their morale. You get my point? So, complicit, no.
Okay.
No. Yes, they might be taking some money from people, this and that, but resident has to show interest. When you see them doing that, you need to park and challenge them.
Exactly.
On so many occasions that we come down and say, wow, why? Who is that person? You are allowed to go in without, as I say, resident is coming, they have called him, this is actually has passed there before. But if you don't ask them, how will you know what transpired? Do you get my point?
Yeah.
People needs to be valued. People needs to be appreciated. They are human beings. So until when you begin to show appreciation, then you not get the best from people. When you look down on them, you talk to them anyhow.
Yeah.
I could recollect, was it last week, I heard that one of our officer was beaten. He had blood all over his faces. He was also locked up at the police station. All these kind of things is not, we not encourage us going to perform optimally.
By residents.
By resident, probably maybe a landlord.
Wow.
So a lot of things are going on until if you move down and ask those boys, they have something to say. Yes, we don't have enough of them on ground, but the little we have on ground, we should make good use of them.
Wow.
They need our cooperation.
What's that?
Just like police, if you don't cooperate with them, there is no way you can get the best from them.
What would you say currently is your favorite song of the moment? We know you like jazz and high life music. Currently, what would you say is your favorite song that you are always vibing to?
I would say Fela music, especially the one of the songs that focus on the nation building, the one that criticizes the government most.
Then for jazz,
Just Kenny G,
Kenny G,
Bob Marley.
School.
I love Bob Marley so much.
Wow. Okay.
I love Bob Marley so much.
Get together and feel alright. Whoa. Let them all pass all their dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I'd really love to ask. One heart. Is there a place?
Okay, before we wrap up the show, what would be your message to those vandals who may be watching the show right now?
And the message is for them to desist, because when you are doing things over time, nemesis will come up with you one day. Is to desist and look for good jobs to do. Why should you be vandalizing people's? Look at your new car. Will you be happy if somebody
I don't defer side.
if the vandal himself has a car and somebody vandalizes it, will he be happy?
Yeah.
So they should desist and look for good jobs. There are a lot of jobs. If they come around, I teach them how to make good money. Yes. They don't need to tell me that they are vandals. Let them just come and say, sir, what can I do to make a good living? I will tell them. So many things they can do. That they can start at the zero level. Cleaning service is there. They don't need to engage in cleaning service, but they can actually coordinate and be making good money. Agric is there. They can key into one of the value chains. They don't need to go into agriculture, but they can actually get goods from the north and sell before they pay. Using social media, okay, I have a lot of people that bring in yam, potato from the north. I can introduce them to them. When they bring, after sales, they pay them. So why do you have to vandalize? Wow. How much are they going to get? If they are caught now, they can even kill them. So they should desist from such a barbaric way of living.
Wow.
Do you get my point?
Yeah.
So that is, they have to. If they should try it, even the estate is not smiling now. I see no reason why persons should go into either vandalization or defrauding people, or when you can do the legit and you make good money. Nigeria is evolving.
Yes.
People need so many things. Just look for solution. I was telling somebody, I said, if you find solution to mosquito today, how to reduce mosquito, look for organic way, natural way of controlling mosquito, and then tell people, come with a flyer and say, sir, I can reduce mosquito in your home. Just pay me so amount of money every. I will come, send my tea, and I will do the needful. You will make so much money. Sir, let me come and be cleaning your car every day. Pay me so amount of money. Sir, let me supply you food stuff. You just be a middleman and then be carrying out all this.
Merchant.
Imagine you have 50 people in this estate, you are supplying food stuff. Do you know how much you'll be making? Or you maintain 50 people's car in this estate. We took it, amount of money. Just come in the morning, watch. They have the detergent you are going to use. They have the water. All you just need is just your napkin.
Yes.
You get, and you can commercialize it. Like you have like 10 estates you are covering. You get my point. You reduce the influx of people coming to say that this, and then also making money and also engage other people doing the job. So many things like that. Is it sweeping? Is it general cleaning of the house? Is it laundry? Is it taking care of your pet? Is it cleaning the the gutter? Is it cleaning the canal? You can even arrange, meet other estates and say, okay, I have a proposal for you. Instead of waiting for government, this is my proposal. I bring my swan boogie, it will clean. For this amount of money you pay us every month, and we come in quarterly. Just,
Tactically.
Just look for so many ideas that you can make great comfort for people. You get my point? You can say, okay, I want to reduce the rat in your estate. You get my point?
Yeah. That's it.
So many things that people can do. So many. Go to the restaurant and say, okay, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that, I will do this.
Wow.
Look for problems, challenges, and offer solution. As I was coming into this place now, I said, okay, the Gerandi has a very beautiful studio. How about the immediate environment? Why can't I give him a proposal and say, okay, Randy, it's 1.5, you transform your environment. And even before people come in, they start taking pictures, doing selfie, doing everything. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Do you know a lot of studios that really need our service? Just to beautify their immediate environment. So that from outside, you know that by the time you enter DJ Randy's studio, you're already in heaven.
I'm telling you.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So these are the things, so many ideas.
Wow.
So, they should desist from vandalizing people's properties. It is not good. It's not good. If somebody vandalizes my property, it won't go scot-free. And you cause it. And it will happen within a month. You can't escape it. So I will just report him to Baba God. Look up. My sweat money, somebody just come, put me in trouble. I want the person to enter into trouble. It will come to pass.
You said he reached, sir, but he didn't have no peace, sir. But now he rests in peace, sir, in the belly of the beast, sir. Diallo, Diallo, Shemala to Stephen Biko. Diallo.
Let me just say this. People like us, we are not many. And we are getting old. In overseas, when they have people that has talented people, they put them on the red data list. They look for them and then make sure that that idea and knowledge they have
It's being passed down.
being passed down. I can guarantee you the achievement in this estate is because I'm not saying that we have other people that also has idea, but what you experience within that 3 years of our tenure is not a child play. It is because we have creative people on ground. We have people who can think out of box. We have people who are working as a team to deliver. And we can actually do far more than this if you have the cooperation of the resident. Not that we bring an idea and then they kill it from the inception. They must listen to us and say, okay, this idea, let's do this. Let me tell you, immediately we were constituted. The second day, we started cleaning this estate. They don't have cleaner before. That is number one.
Wow.
Number two, there was no barrier, all these breakers. If you go around now, you cannot see a pothole in this estate.
Very true.
For so many years, you can see all those things. You get my point? And the initiative of encouraging them to put light all over, if they have bought into it, you can see that the estate will be lit up. But because they are not buying into it, so many ideas, but they are not keen to it. And then even the beautification, I told them, if you need plant, come to me. We will come and assess your house. We will give you at no cost to you. But we are not going to maintain it for you. Imagine they have started that 3 years ago. How will this estate be now? A forest. An estate within a forest. And then it will increase the value of the property. The property in 3 years ago and now are not the same. A lot of people want to come, they want to have property in this estate because they are surrounded with water. You know that this canal is surrounded this estate. So we are an island. People want to live on an island. An island in mainland is very scarce. So what we need to do is to make sure that we utilize. That was the time I proposed to clear the canal, landscape the surrounding of the canal, and let people be coming to pay to actually, drive around the, a boat to see the beauty, and then also create where people can actually
hang out,
get the security from the inception, and nobody is coming back and say, Mr. Shude, what exactly you said, and then we'll be maintaining the canal. There is no place in the whole Lagos state that is like that. It is here. But I can't do it alone.
Exactly.
We can also have all this organic agbado, all these corn, beans. You just engage people that will be farming intermittently, and then we have our sit out in between. We have our boat that we can drive around, and then get this machine that normally clear the canal, so that we don't wait until the canal but it requires a lot of money. Maybe Gidirandi can sponsor that.
How much are we looking at?
We're looking at about 300 to 400 million.
But we will definitely get back.
You get that back, that money back within the space of 2 years.
I just thought about that too.
Yes. Other estates will invite us to come and do this similar thing. Maybe there'll be gate. You have to pay before you enter. Every day people will come there. They can fish. You have fish club. Those people that can come and fish. We have a club, people that want to come.
Is the water going to be neat?
Is that?
Is the water going to be neat?
It's going to be neat now. Something they'll be cleaning every day.
Okay.
They'll be cleaning every day. We have a certain portion where you can fish. And then we have a place where those fishermen will introduce fish like tilapia, like catfish, and people will come in to buy. We just barricade it. And have our, park rangers that will be going around and make sure that we don't have intruders around that area. We'll have created job opportunities for nothing less than 50 people.
Or more. Because it's round.
And then people will come Sunday market to come and buy what do you call it, seafood.
Wow. I think with the help of like 30 people, we can actualize it.
30 people, yes. 30 people.
10 million.
10 million, yes. And they will come back in 2 years and see what you have achieved.
We'll definitely look into that.
So we don't need to wait for government to be doing. We will program the Swan Boogie to clear the place for us twice in a year. And then we engage people that make sure that weed is not coming up, that we now go into it. So the Swan Boogie is just one-off. It's just one-off. They won't come back again because we've been maintaining the canal on a regular basis.
Okay, thank you guys for staying tuned to the show. This is the Weekly Top 5 series. If you're just joining in for the first time, we have Dr. Olusola Adekoya. He's the Chief Gardener and also the Managing Director of Shodes Garden INC. That's his contact right there on your screen. Make sure you link up or collaborate with him. He's a creative horticulturist. That's what sets him apart from the rest out there. Okay. Hoping to see you guys on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that. Ciao, guys.